I get asked, have you had lens surgery, and if not, why not? I'm quite fortunate in that I am -1 in both eyes, so I'm a fraction short-sighted, and that means that I've got reasonable vision for reading and reasonable vision for distance, easily good enough to drive. So I choose to tolerate that blur in the distance because I've got the near vision. With spectacles on, things do sharpen up for me, but I don't need that. Because I can still, as I said, drive without specs on, read most things without specs on, so I've got a happy compromise between the two, and I think actually -1 is an ideal place to be. I did sometimes put a contact lens into one eye to set me for distance and use something called monovision, whereby I used one eye for distance and the other eye for near, but I didn't really get on with it very well. I didn't think I needed it. And a lot of my operating, it's very hard to get perfection for people, so if I aim to get them quite close to zero and they're not quite close to zero, completely close to zero, as in perfect distance vision, I ask them to tolerate that and accept it, because that is the downside of it. You can't expect perfection, you can't guarantee perfection. And in my case, I'm happy with the compromise of -1 because I get to be spectacle free. They also ask me about my wife and whether she's had the lenses done, and she hasn't had them done yet. As the lens technology gets better and better, I do think at some stage she will need to have something done, because she's getting very frustrated with wearing reading spectacles. And a lot of my work is people who want to get out of reading spectacles. So I don't think I'm going to have surgery now for my vision, because I've got the compromise of -1. And who would I trust when it comes time to me to have cataract surgery? I don't really know. I've done several close relatives and I've done lots of friends, because actually I know I'm the best surgeon in the region. And so who am I going to trust with my vision and trust the surgeon? Because I know that there is a certain calibre of surgeons, and some are very good and some aren't very good. And it is, as a cataract and refractive specialist, this is what you choose to do. And there are other people who are a different sort of specialist, and they just do cataract surgery as a sideline, and I probably wouldn't go to them, even though there are some fantastic surgeons. I really don't know. It's something that I'm going to have to be challenged with in about 10 years' time when my cataracts do start to develop, but I'll kick that decision down the road.